All right, panic in podcastistan. Multiple woke Reich. I love what he did there. Woke Reich. Podcasters have paused the streams for unknown reasons. Candace Owens randomly fled the country. Nick Fuentes randomly fled the country. Ian Carroll claims he's scared and a victim. Sneako has paused his streams. Now, I'm not a big Sneako guy. I don't know that much about him other than he's a fraud. I have seen some interesting things. But apparently there's more as well. So if you guys have noticed any others, please put it in the chat. I want to know, because this is breaking news. As you can see, this post came out at 9 o'clock Eastern. It is now just after 11 Eastern. So this is new breaking news that people are putting this together. And I got to say, the timing is very suspect. Here's Laura Loomer breaking it down. Says, Candace had to abruptly cancel her show today and travel abroad. She never alerted her audience of her travel plans. Interesting how she's fleeing the country the same day a reporter, Zionist Jewish lawyer, dropped her head. I don't think it's about that, though, Laura. I think it's about the SPLC. But here's what Candace had to say. No show today. Sorry. I thought I had announced I was traveling with my family. See you guys next week. Now, listen, how strange is that? I am not Candace Owens on her level as far as views, okay? This, she grifts well. She grifts well. She grifts very well. She gets a lot of that money. Her husband worth $250 million. And I got to tell you, even with my little bitty show, that one's for you, Mandy, with my little bitty show, I don't forget to tell you guys when I'm not going to be streaming. The only time I ever abruptly announce is if I'm sick. You don't forget that. I'm sorry. You just don't. As a professional, it's like going to work. You don't forget to tell your job that you're going on vacation. You don't just do that. You don't just leave and call your boss on Friday morning and be like, hey, sorry, forgot to tell you guys I'm going to London for a week. Anyways, see you next week. It's the same thing with streaming. It's the same thing. So I got to tell you guys, it's a really strange thing. And the timing, you can't make it up. So Laura called, today that, we'll get into the lawyer stuff in a minute. But Candace's announcement that she's leaving the country the day, just right after the SPLC is wild. And the fact that she's not the only one makes it so much stranger. Nick Fuentes said that he didn't feel good, and then he just showed up in Rome. That's really strange too. And we're pretty sure. We're like 95% sure Nick is the guy in the indictment. Is it FM 107 or something like that? That's the guy that was paid to bring Unite the Right to Charlottesville. Yeah. The guy that got $270,000 over a few years from SPLC. Yeah, we're pretty sure that's Nick Fuentes because it just lines up so well with his rise and everything. So the fact now he's flying off to Rome once it gets busted, I gotta say, very strange. Without another one, just gone, canceled the show and overseas. What are the odds Candace Owens and Nick Fuentes would be overseas on the same day in the first place anyways? I don't believe in coincidences. There are reasons that might not be what I'm speculating, but it's sure darn tootin' weird, isn't it? It's very, very strange. And then, in the Grifter Hall of Fame is Ian Carroll, who, thankfully most of you guys, don't know who he is, but he's not as big, but he's pretty big. I mean, 1.4 million on X. He's been on Tucker Carlson twice. He's been on Joe Rogan. Out of nowhere, pizza delivery boy. You can't even find anything in his background. I researched this guy. I'm a very good researcher. I researched this guy for hours. Couldn't find anything on him in the past except for he, was a pizza delivery guy and the town he lived in. No social media. I mean, you're telling me a dude in his early 30s has no social media record except for popping up on the scene and doing this? I spotted Ian a million miles away. This guy is completely made up and funded by somebody. But again, the timing very suspect. And now he's blaming it on David Wilcock's suicide. I didn't know much about Wilcock. I know he's an influencer. He suicide recently, I guess. But or death. I don't know. I don't know the whole story on this one because it's just not somebody I follow. But Ian comes out and says, in light of his recent tragic death, I want to check in and say I'm safe and okay. Taking a break from the internet for personal reasons I'll talk more about soon. On the same day as Candace and Nick Fuentes? Got my thinking cap on. This is very strange. Very strange. The timing is honestly, it's insane. It's insane. They're all dumping off on the weekend. Do you guys know that for these people who, they're obviously getting paid, they're getting set up. It's, we've all known that. I mean, none of these guys came out of nowhere like this, but they're also making their money off all the stuff they do. And for them to leave before the weekend, which ramping up to Friday is usually your best day. We know Candace likes those views because she comes up with all kinds of crazy stuff to get people to watch her videos. But it's just, this is not, you don't do this. You don't just randomly check out. And especially at the same time as all your buddies who you're all in the circle of love with when it comes to hating on Trump and Israel conspiracies, or all this, like the technocracy conspiracy, whatever Ian Carroll has stolen from Whitney Webb or Ryan Dawson this day, and projecting as his own research. You just don't do it. Mental health is fine. I'm not suicidal. Nobody's coming to kill you, Ian. And nobody thinks you're going to kill yourself. Sorry. I haven't received any threats. No reason to be concerned for my safety. I just wanted to check in as a lot of homies have reached out concerned. I wonder why. Maybe because they're like, bro, they got SPLC. You're next. Ian, oh my God, they got the guys that are funding you. What are you going to do? That's who's reaching out for him. It's like, Ian, are you okay? Did you see what Kash Patel just did? It's over, bro. Smoking the weed. Man, get that. Dude, you're going to have to do your pizza route again in Spain. That's the calls coming to concern for his safety. I'll be back soon. God bless all the patriots speaking up for truth in these effed up times. Speaking up for truth. This is unbelievable. Love you all. See you soon. Oh, man, it's just too funny. But, so as this guy puts it, wait until you hear this. Iran, the number one state sponsor of terror, has all their assets and money frozen by Scott Bessent. And then suddenly all of Podcastistan is either taking a break or fled the country. Coincidence? I don't know. Is it Iran too? I mean, that's City of London funding them. And obviously their money has been found in a lot of places. Qatar launders a lot of that money. I mean, I don't know. I mean, what do you say? There's a lot of money being dried up right now. Trump and Bessent have been drying up all the money from their enemies, from the grifters, from the Democrats, the left, Soros money. They've been drying it up every time they can find it. Every freaking time they can find it. So who knows? Rum Dog says, what's the NFL draft? Maybe they was the NFL draft in Rome? This is just crazy. So with all this going on, I mean, we know SPLC, I covered it last night, as SPLC is funding, and started all kinds of groups. They all use Charlottesville as their excuse. These are all for funding ops on the ground and psyops to convince us all we're racist and we have a huge white supremacy problem and scare everybody away from voting for Trump and Republicans. That's all, so of course we could trace it back to that. And then obviously the foreign money too. That makes absolute sense. Either way, it doesn't matter because either way, it's all coming from City of London, that it's City of London, deep state, cabal, filtering money through all kinds of different places. So who cares how they got it? We all know where it started. That's what it comes down to. Loomer did have this other get on Candace today. So her Jewish lawyer who Candace hired, and once Loomer outed it all this week that the anti-Semite Candace Owens, who hates Israel and going hardcore against it, and hired Zionist lawyers. Once this comes out, he withdraws as the lead counsel on the legal team. That's interesting. The timing is so strange in all this stuff. Withdrawal comes days after she exposed her. Cases McCrone versus Owens. So there you go. Just weird stuff happening right now in Grifterville, in Fagaland. Just very, very weird stuff. So I don't know. I'm not gonna say it's 100% this is what's going on, but I got I'll say it's probably likely. All of them. England, Rome, disappearing. I don't know where Sneako went. He's up here too. So, listen, crazy stuff. Okay, and where there's smoke, there's usually fire. We've been calling out these people. If you've been watching my show, you know that we've posted the receipts. I've done so many shows on. You know what I get now? I get a lot of new people who haven't been watching me the last 3 years. It's and they're hilarious because they comment at me. Oh, how dare you go at Candace? Why don't you bring some receipts, bro? Tucker, what do you got at Tucker, man? What do you got against him? What do you got against Alex Jones? And I'm like, oh my God, I've only been reporting on this stuff for, a year and a half since I first started exposing some of these people. So, you got to watch all the shows if you want it all. I'm not going to just do it every night. We'd be here for 24 hours a day. But anyways, this makes so much sense and so interesting. So we'll watch it. We'll keep watching, see what happens, see if they come back, see if they're extradited, see if they land on shore and get arrested. So, but I'll tell you what, whether or not either they're running and they're not going to be coming back, or it was like, we got to go have strategy sessions. That's how I see it. We got to go talk, get away, make sure we're off the U.S. Territory. Get out of the U.S. boundaries, and maybe we can figure some stuff out. Because this just doesn't all happen at once. These people all know each other. They're all buddy. They're all saying the same exact things. They're all touting each other. They all got each other's back on X. So I'm just saying it's very, very strange. So.